business. There is Sampo.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins." Generalship is no trifling matter. How could I be enjoying myself? All I can do is get used to it. I think she's enjoying herself.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary. I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as Acting General of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then?
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's Resurrection. Not to mention the Antimatter Legion, it's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate so... that we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about what, for example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus... I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to—
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into—
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If you pass through Starskiff Haven, It was all so chaotic. When Phantilia took form, it was as if Ting Yun vanished into the Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. I'm already prepared for the work. As for how matters are handled with regards to Ting Yun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian Ken. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place. And I think it would be—
I understand.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll—
Well, we had a lot of... You don't sound It may seem like this since showing up. Actually, the Matrix of Prescience has amazing... Yup.
Things have come to a close. The Master Divine.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape, I left so determined. There are only a handful of individuals, but at least for now. I want to meet the current High Elder of the It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma. So, I'd like to learn more about his past. If you're planning on an extended stay on... I want to meet the current High if she can tell me more about...
Well, here's hoping the Matrix...
How am I gonna break this to...
Wherever there is business, there is Sampo.
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 Lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Ting Yun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Ting Yun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened?
Madam, you...
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Ting Yun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing...
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, ordinarily the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any given our limited lifespans. The only ones who place value on countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us by combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony. We honor those who have... It's not just to comfort the dead. It's also my way of saying I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Rat. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own... I'd like to ask you all to witness this. I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it.
Once again, my thanks to all of you.
You always did say that I like to gossip. And here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh.
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madam Yukong...
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Anicassator's seal. Looks like some kind...
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring...
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yanming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yanming, it seems like
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring the rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of... Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me that was so... If I don't return a gift, I'll lose out.
Huh. Besides this, could there be other things Do you know where we're supposed to...
never attended a memorial, and I don't know what I should do.
The Sleepless...
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Oh! This is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. When I took over this tea house, famous brews like Whale Tide Spring, Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day, and I just thought she was
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Ting Yun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission out to other worlds.
Oh, really? Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all...
Wherever there is business, there is Sampo.
Do you know how to get good price? Hassle-free chartering. High-end bars. The best choice for galactic commerce.
The Lafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
Oh, how's it going? Isn't that the place on... It's the main tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've got to get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
The Lafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try. The Lafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering. High-end
The
bars.
Lafu is famous for its
Choice
mung bean
galactic
soda.
commerce.
You've gotta give it a try.
Spices Supreme! Check.
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? What a precious... When she first ate here, she was captivated. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it... Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aura... Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right?
Miss Ting.
Really? Oh, speaking of which, it was our...
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Ting...
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yanming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this...
This time, we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission.
This is the tea that... This is a gift from...
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth. And if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
Wherever there is business, there is Sampo.
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies. Before you leave the Luofu,
2 gifts? Has his conscience...
please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
Wherever there is business, there is Sampo.
What is your purpose for entering?
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship. Back when the Alliance was first, the same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Dan Heng.
General.
In accordance with the edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Luofu.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Dongfeng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Dan Heng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou? I've got goldfish memory. We haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everyone we met so far on this trip.
Fine. Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
So soon? I wanted to help the general. Also, after fighting down Hong, I'm worried that he still holds some grudge against me. But to be honest, safe travels.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own. Yeah, you're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Yes, no more Stellaron Hunter interruptions. It's time to get our original plan back on track. Our next stop is Penacony, remember? The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingyuan. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Nice.